Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So UConn's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He'll keep it himself.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
UConn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Bringing it back, it's Jackson. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Give to the running back. Just ran over it. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Rogers. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his man, it's Coleman. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. Now on second down after the short completion. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Now on the option. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Washington will snap it in the red zone. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Boston. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away. It's a big-time play.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. He's got it. Tripped up for the tackle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Eastern Michigan is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Pandas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UConn.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Jackson. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies! He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
And most people are happy with several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive lineman. Take him out to dinner tonight.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The UConn offense goes back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Pulls it in. It's Sheffield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Got the quick pass.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Getting some heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's caught. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, UConn!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. Strikes the blow. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He finds his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. Talk about a 1st half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
UConn has it teed up to start this 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to throw. It's Rogers. Gets rid of it. It's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. He wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Oh, what a move! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 21 over the Coyotes.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll keep it on the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, they go back up top. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. To the air, it's Fagnano. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. UConn will have to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around, and maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. Wide open downfield. And they finally run him out of bounds. A huge gain to wrap up the third quarter, and this defense will start the fourth on its heels. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Gives it to the back on the draw.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Huskies will have it first and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Knocked down after a pickup of 6, and they're trying to impose their will in the red zone. Ball's at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for space, it's Coleman. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Quickly complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Rodgers. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Huskies. And the punishment has been extended.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. UConn going back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
But I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Quarterback checking off. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Back to throw. It's Rodgers. Gets it out quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Huskies! And the pummeling has started.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. Started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The UConn offense goes back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He's going to pass. Snagged on the outside, it's Robinson. Now on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Pulls it in, it's Bell. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got an open man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. To the air, it's Fagnano. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games.